Hello everybody. Hey, I'm gonna go run the 144001. Everybody was wanting to, maybe not everybody, but some people were wanting to see this on 3S. It's the 2845 brushless conversion with the little bitty tiny brushless motor. So a couple of people were wanting to see 3S speed run. I'm gonna go thrash it a little bit on 2S and see what kind of temperatures I get. I could probably do just a speed run on 3S and not kill it, but I don't want to kill it. So I'm going to go try it out on 2S and romp it up and down the street a little bit and run it kind of hard and see. I've got a digital thermometer, so I'm going to check the temps and we'll see where it goes from there. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, just a quick side note. At the end of the run on this car, as much as I was romping and stomping it with that 45C battery in there, when I got done, I went down to put a storage charge on it, and it was actually 3.61 on one cell and 3.60 on the other. So, and I've got the low voltage cutoff set, I think at 3.1 is where I've got it set right now. Some people prefer to set it at 3.3, but the car wasn't done quite yet. That's all I'm saying. So just in case anybody was curious, that's how much reserve I had in that battery when I was done with the run that you're looking at. Okay, I'm just going to do this on 2S. I put a 45C battery in here, the same one I was using the other day. And what I'm going to do, I just want to see what kind of temps I get on this, just running on it. I got the punch turned down a little bit. I'll kind of show you how that is. And I'll show you, I'll turn the gyro off and show you the difference in the takeoff. And I'll show you that this little 2845, if people were thinking there's not enough power there, I'll show you what the 2845 has. And this is a 3930 kV 2845. So the gyro's on. We'll what I'll do on the punch, I've got the punch turned way down, so if you just nail it, it takes off, and then the acceleration comes on. So if you roll and then you punch it, it's a little different than if you punch it from zero, and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, now I'm just gonna hit it as quick as I can, and see it took off slow, and then you heard it dial itself up. It's very windy. I'm gonna do that again. Full punch, and the delay is the programming card. So that's what it does if you let it get rolling. I'll punch it from a roll. Well, I didn't plan on doing that. My photographer is having a little difficulty keeping up. Oh, knocked the battery wire loose. Just have it tucked in there. We check the engine temps while we got it. That's the whole purpose of this anyway. Okay, we're at 107, 108 degrees. Hello. Let me put my hand on it. ESC feels pretty decent. 115 on the ESC. 99, 107. So, and I'm running it without the body, so it may be running a little cooler than it normally would. But I'm going to turn the gyro down a little bit. Let's see. And see on the takeoff if it's a little less controllable. So the gyro helps. See if I can get the gyro dial back in. I forgot where I had it. So it's launches a little straighter with the gyro. Got the brakes dialed in pretty good. And this does have ABS on it. And the way it's basically the ABS is working is it's using a pulsed frequency to control the brakes. So you can dial the pulse frequency up or down, and keeps you from doing endovers and stuff like that. See where we are on our temps. It's pretty warm now, but I'm thrashing on it pretty hard. So we're at 136 degrees. ESC's at 100 and it depends on where I hit it on the fan, 120 degrees or so on the ESC. So motor's uncomfortable to hold my hand on. But I think I may, probably if you change the gearing on this, you could get a little cooler temps on it. And I'm hitting it pretty hard with that 45C battery. So with say a 25C battery, you probably wouldn't have the same issue. I mean, it's even warming up the battery. Let's see what the battery is. Now the battery's at 99.4. So it's even warming up the battery. So I'm loading it up pretty heavy. But anyway, I think after seeing this, I will probably do a speed test on 3S, just because everybody wants to know. So run it a little bit more. And I mean, I'm flogging it really, really hard. If you weren't hitting it quite as hard, I mean, they just general run and stuff like that, I think probably the temps would be a lot more reasonable, because I'm just punching it completely, everything it's pretty much got. It's lifting that one wheel almost every time. Now, if you turn the gyro up too much, it'll see it's got that little wiggle thing going. That's because the gyro's turned up too far, so that the servo is either a little too fast or a little too slow. I'm not sure which one, but you just dial it down until the wiggle goes away, and then you're usually pretty good. Still got a little wiggle there. That's not too bad for a little tiny 2845, I don't think. Starting to rain. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little slow-mo here. Okay, after all the slow-mo stuff, let's see what we got. 151 degrees. So that's whacking on it pretty hard to get 151 and 146 on the ESC. So I don't think I want to go any higher on the temps than that. No point in destroying it. But that's pretty much full throttle on everything I was doing, you know. So everything considered, a couple of fans on this would help. That's a 35 amp ESC, so you put a 60 amp ESC on there, put a smaller battery would kind of keep your heats down, your temperatures down. Putting a smaller battery would keep your temperatures down. Putting a lower C battery would keep your temperatures down, and a couple of fans on here would help. So that's probably one of the upgrades I'll make, is put a fan. I've actually got another motor ordered for this because I just want to see what it'll do, and may change the gears on it. But for right now, I'm gonna do a 3S speed test, and we're gonna call it good with this setup right here, but not today. I've got some other things to do. I want to try to get the battery in this radio, do the 18650 conversion on the RadioLink radio. Hey, I just want to give a really big thank you to all my subscribers, and if anybody has any questions on anything that I did in this video, throw them down in the comments. If you're a subscriber or not, doesn't make any difference. Throw it in the comments and I'll get to it as quick as I can. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you down the road.